Welcome to The Late Show, everybody. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. It's not every day, thank you very much. It's not every day that you can say, hey, did you see the big story about Trump being an agent of the Russian government over the weekend?
Oh, my goodness.
No, not that story, the other one.
That too.
Okay, couple stories. Let's take them through one at a time. Okay, first, there's the Times. The New York Times revealed that after Donald Trump fired James Comey in 2017, the FBI opened an inquiry into whether Trump was secretly working on behalf of Russia. Which, come on, no. I think that is, no, listen, I think that's ridiculous. There is nothing secret about it. He's just putting it out there. Hasn't done one damn thing Putin wouldn't like. Not one damn thing. I've been talking about Trump playing footsie with Putin since July of 2016, back at the Republican convention. But when you look at the details, it's still shocking. It's like you know that your grandparents probably have sex every so often, but you're still shocked to read Gammy's erotic diaries. And with that, he dropped his robe and said, check out these 50 Shades of Grey. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. They deserve to enjoy something. After Comey's firing, counterintelligence investigators had to consider whether the president's own actions constituted a possible threat to national security. Oh, remember when it was only possible that the president was a threat to national security? To be young and stupid again. The FBI also tried to figure out whether Mr. Trump was knowingly working for Russia or had unwittingly fallen under Moscow's influence. Okay, there's a little something from the Smile file. Our president might not be spying for Russia. He might be their unwitting stooge. We'll find out tonight in the new game show, Evil or Stupid. Welcome to Eagle or Stupid. Either way, America wins the destruction of NATO, the end of Western democracy as we know it, and a lifetime supply of Russian influence, plus a Broyhill dinette set. So, the FBI thought they had a reason to investigate whether the President of the United States was a foreign asset. That is horrifying and depressing, and there is nothing that could possibly cheer me up, except this. That is just wonderful.
Yeah.
That is extraordinary.
Yes.
Where were we? Oh, right, historic treason.
Yeah.
So, what did the FBI find? We don't know yet. Because just days after they opened the Comrade Trumpsky investigation, Special Counsel Robert Mueller took over the inquiry. That must be an interesting first day at work. Okay, Bob, here's the washroom. Down there's the supply closet. Over there's the coffee maker. The president might be a spy. Good luck. Bye. Then yesterday, the Washington Post revealed that Donald Trump has done everything in his power to conceal the content of his meetings with Vladimir Putin. In fact, there is no detailed record, even in classified files, of his face-to-face interaction with the Russian leader at 5 locations over the past 2 years. And because Trump wouldn't tell his own staff what he said to Putin, they were forced to read reports by U.S. intelligence agencies tracking the reaction in the Kremlin. Okay, guys, we got the Kremlin notes right here. Now, we just have to figure out who this golden agent dumbass is and what Operation Easiest Thing We've Ever Done is. So, our commander-in-chief met 5 times with the dictator of a hostile foreign government that he is suspected of being an agent for. No one knows what they said. That is chilling and heartbreaking. And it puts me in an inescapable emotional tailspin. Jim? Wait.
Billy.
Did you?
Perfect.
Did you
Nailed
not? Jim. Wait, Jim, did you not have the camera on me? I was doing the routine along with her.
That's nice.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. We're all doomed. With this ultra damning information out there now, the president called Fox News over the weekend to address the elephant in the room.
Are you now, or have you ever worked for Russia, Mr. President?
I think it's the most insulting thing I've ever been asked. I think it's the most insulting article I've ever had written.
You don't want to try a no? or even a nyet? But the president got a second chance to make a first impression in this morning's installment of Chopper Talk. A reporter asked Donald Trump directly if he was working for Putin, and this time he got it right.
I never worked for Russia, and you know that answer better than anybody. I never worked for Russia.
None of it was work. I hang out with Vlad and destabilize Western democracy for the love of the game. Okay? And you know, And Trump knows who's really to blame for this investigation. Lion James Comey.
So what happened with the FBI? I have done a great service for our country when I fired James Comey, because he was a bad cop and he was a dirty cop, and he lied. He really lied.
We get it. You know one thing about each of your enemies, and you keep saying it just to remember their names. Comey lied. Schumer cried. Ted Cruz's dad did homicide. We didn't start the fire. But maybe... But maybe the president sensed he was in over his head here, because he quickly changed the subject to things he's an expert in: watching football and eating fast food.
I don't know if the weather changes things, but the Clemson championship team, the national championship team, will be coming tonight, and I think we're going to serve McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King's with some pizza. I really mean it. It'll be interesting, and I would think that's their favorite food.
Mr. President, is it possible you're just projecting your favorite foods onto them? We're gonna eat all of their favorite foods: burgers, KFC, taco bowls, 2 scoops of ice cream. We're gonna watch their favorite movie, the 2016 election results. Then I will spank them all with a rolled up Forbes. I hear they're really into that. Okay, come on, guys. Come on.